Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. This week we've got a brand new time trial and it is around the Nürburgring GP layout and it is in the Hyundai Ioniq 5. Sports hard tyres, electric car, very heavy. You need to brake really early, but it is four-wheel drive so you can put the power down, and it also has an overtake button, so you're going to have to map a button to overtake. So as you can see, 7:30 top right hand corner, we've done 30 minutes and we are currently sat number one, but that won't be number one by the end of the week. But this guide will be good enough to help you guys get gold. I have to quickly do this before I start work at 9 o'clock, so I'll try and get the video out as soon as I can for you, and this will be good enough to get gold. So yeah, let's jump into the lap and give you a little talk through of exactly what you need to be aware of for this time trial this week to help you get those 2 million credits. Okay, so before we start the lap guide, I just want to say you need to make sure you have got a button mapped to overtake. So as you can see in the bottom right hand corner there, I've got the overtake button flashing up. I find circle is a good button on controller to map that to, or any button that's convenient for you on the steering wheel. You are going to use that very much around this track. So okay, let's jump into the lap guide and give you a talk through and show you the braking points. Okay, so as always we try and get a good speed over the line, so we go nice and wide to the entry of that final corner and set it up so we can use the overtake button nice and early and carry a lot of momentum over the line. As we come up to turn one, we want to get over to the left hand side and we're looking for that change in tarmac there. 10 meters before there is your braking point. You're aiming to get it just under 40 mile an hour at this apex. Turn it in, lift, coast, and then back on the accelerator as early as you can. Then straight back over to the right hand side at that lamppost. As soon as that goes out of your screen, I want you to dab on the brakes, bring it just under 60 mile an hour, carry that apex speed, and then as the corner opens up, get full on the gas. Use all of the track, then look for these 3 tyre marks on the right hand side. As soon as you see that, aim for the apex, brake down, get it just under 45 mile an hour, let it turn in, and then back on the accelerator. Lift off slightly over the right hand curb and back on the accelerator. Be careful of getting 2 wheels on this green curb, this green AstroTurf there. That will be a track limit invalidation. Your next braking marker is that grey mark, that grey line just there. As soon as you see that, hard on the brakes, get it down to about 50 mile an hour as you enter the corner, lift and coast, let it rotate, keep it tight, and then early on the gas to get a good exit and use that overtake button. Next braking marker is this green turf here, this green strip. As soon as you hit that, hard on the brakes, bring it down to just under 65 mile an hour, and then early on the gas again, then look for this marshal on the left hand side. As soon as that exits your screen, on the brakes, get it to just about 70 mile an hour, and then early on the gas again. I made a bit of a mistake there. I was too early on the gas and I had to lift off. As we come down to the final chicane, what I want you to do, I want you to brake nice and early on this white line that comes across the tarmac. Nice and early, get on the brakes, bring it down to about 45 mile an hour, cut the corner as much as you can on the left so you can straight line it without hitting that wobble knob on the right. Focus on getting a good exit there. Now the braking marker here is quite tricky. Use the red and white Armco on the left hand side. As soon as that exits your screen, on the brakes, hit the apex just to about 55, just under 50 mile an hour, and then early on the gas, use the overtake button again and over the line for a 36.9. Right, okay, let's have a look at that through the chase camera's perspective now, for anybody who uses this camera viewpoint, and I'll give you a little bit of a talk through as we go round of what I found helped. So what I found with this car, as you've seen in the lap guide, is lifting and coasting to help rotate the car. You want to balance this car on the point of sliding. You want to hear the tyres screeching as it's going around a corner, but not sliding. As soon as you start sliding, you start losing traction. And if you start sliding around a corner, it sometimes feels fast, but then when you get on the accelerator, because the tyres have overheated, then they can't get on the power and they can't get the exit speed. This vehicle is all about, or this combination is all about getting those exit speeds I mean, I have done a 136.9 was a decent lap for 30 minutes, but I do expect the number one time to get down to about a low 36, probably a 136.1, maybe even a 135. So I expect the goal time to be a high 138, a 138.9, a 138.8. Well, as you can see, when I'm going around these corners, I'm lifting off the accelerator. If I pause it now, if I brake, get it down to a speed that it can grip into that corner, lift off both the accelerator and the brake, let it rotate, and as soon as we can get the front, we can see where the vehicle needs to go, then we accelerate and we get on the gas. This last corner is probably the most important to finding time. There's so much time here. I found braking earlier so I could rotate it and point it over to the left hand side, cut off as much as this curb as possible, and then try and straight line it to get the exit speed worked better than trying to have a late, a fast entry carrying more speed into the corner. It was better to focus on the exit. So as you can see, I line it up as much to the left hand side as possible, try and straight line it, aggressive with the accelerator, full acceleration as soon as the car's pointed. Lift a little bit as you go around the first corner, otherwise it will understeer out, or the chicane. Don't hit the wobble knob, and then straight back on the accelerator and use that overtake button. As you can see, it bounces a lot, so you've got to wait for the car to settle before you can accelerate. Lift, coast, accelerate, overtake button, 136.9. Probably will revisit this and try and improve my time, but haven't got a lot of time to play with before work, unfortunately. And there we have it, another lap guide done. Hope that helps to get you those 2 million credits. Just to let you know, in videos to come, I'm going to start doing tips and pointers for controller players. The stream that I did over the weekend, I realized that there's a lot of controller players out there, and not a lot of content creators are doing specific controller related tips and pointers. And I surprised myself with how fast I was able to go on the controller. Getting some top 10 times, some number one top 10 times on the master license without even realizing. So I think it's evident that I've got some good tips and pointers to share. There's some content coming. If you're not subscribed and you want to see stuff like that as well as these lap guides, make sure you do. And if you feel like it, leave a like on the video. It helps with the algorithms, and it helps this channel to grow. But from the Racing Snake, it's over and out, and I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching.